all the bombs coming down. I got bloody fool, I stood and watched it.
Yeah.
It went in the desert just beyond me and just blew up a lot of sand. And
Well, these are Iraqi bombers, were they? Or was this Iraqis flying them or Italians?
Yeah, the Iraqis.
They weren't much good then.
The Iraqi Air Force, they were equipped with these Savoyas, things, and they bombed us all day and all night. But as I say, we weren't really frightened. I mean, once there was an Iraqi fighter thing, and he was diving on. I was at the time, I was in charge of a gun power, I had a Lewis gun, and he was charging down there, and all I could think, oh bloody walk, shoot them mate, oh my God, and I fired my machine gun in anger in the war.
Yes.
Not many RAF ground crew did that.
Yeah,
but I was never frightened.
No.
But coming back, we were on a 22,000 ton liner, the Duchess of Bedford. We were coming out in mid-Atlantic. We had a battle cruiser and a couple of destroyers as escorts, and there were about 4 of us big liners as purely personnel, fast convoy. And the cruiser, he detected a Jerry sub, and he went out lobbing out depth charges. They're, you know, like a whacking great big dustbin.
Yeah.
And they just go out and down, and one went down, and we went over the top.
Yeah.
22,000 tons of ship. We just came up.
Yeah, yeah.
And we went down, and this is one of, we were all frightened. We were manned. We were on the machine, the lifeboats, and we were going down and down and down. And we thought we were never going to stop.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I was really frightened.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought, my God, we've had it.
Yeah.
We must have gone down yards before we bounced up again.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, didn't like it.
But it would have forced all the water away, wouldn't it? And you'd gone down into
yeah, we'd gone down there, Paul.
That's very
Didn't
scary.
like it, but
No.
we came back all right. And then another time there was a big 4-engine plane flew up over the convoy, and the cruiser let fly at him with his anti-aircraft guns. And having let off a few rounds, the silly sod let off his recognition signal for the day. It was one of ours.
Oh, blimey.
But we came back, we landed in Liverpool docks and came ashore to West Kirby, you know, camp. And that night the Jerry, they came over and bombed Liverpool docks, but we were up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it about that time that you got malaria?
Yeah, coming back, we left Aberdeen, we left Aberdeen in June, went down to, we had a couple of days in Basra waiting for a boat. We came down to Bombay, we had 2 or 3 weeks in Bombay, then over to Mombasa, we had a couple of days in Mombasa, down to Durban. They put us ashore at Durban. We were living in tents out on Clarewood Racecourse. It was very nice. And we got another ship, came down to Cape Town for a few days. We could get to shore there and meet people. And then we were up to Lagos. We got some African troops aboard to get them aboard. And that's when I got my malaria. And I was in ship's hospital for 3 weeks. And I was on quinine treatment at Cranwell for weeks and weeks when I got back. And when I was down at Coningsby in the wartime, I was going on leave on Boston railway station, and I met the medical orderly who had looked after me, and he looked after me when I had sandfly fever, a temperature of 107 and a pulse of 140.
Oh, jeez.
And that was all right, that didn't matter much, but he looked after me with malaria, and he said, when you came in, he said you were pale blue, we'd virtually written you off, knew for over the side in the morning. He said you were that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But there were May and Baker's 243, I think there were tablets, and they saved me. I got over it.
Blimey. I took malaria tablets for 6 weeks when I went on holiday. Well, yeah.
When Mary was in Tanglewood, one of the nurses there, one of the sisters, I got to talking to her, and she got a peculiar twang. I said, well, what part of the world do you come from? She said, South Africa. Oh, I said, we came round South Africa in the wartime. I said we came in Durban, and I said we were in tents out at Clarewood Racecourse. She said, yeah, I know it quite well, and it's still there. And then odd things mash up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said it's still out there, Clarewood Racecourse.
Mm.